Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown, along with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Wow, that one's much better than last week.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
We're a lot more in sync.
After 66 episodes, we should be getting this right just a little bit.
This is an important week. We got to be in sync, right?
Yeah, we have a big episode this week, so let's go ahead and get right started into it. This may be biggest episode or the biggest week in Georgia State history for sports, or one of the biggest. Definitely probably the most to cover for us in one episode. We've got basketball starts tomorrow, first game of the season. There's no Carver Bible College or Montgomery Hills, Town University, whatever. We're heading over to Tech for the first game, and then you got another basketball. We have Toccoa Falls on Friday, but another home opener for basketball, and then the trash down south. They head up north. They come to the real city where all their parents live to face us off, and what would be a game that would give us a winning season, would give us the winning record in the series back once again. Big game, and there's another basketball game before we get back on the episode Tuesday night as well. So it's a gangbusters weekend.
It's a slow weekend in Georgia State sports. Slow, very slow. I do like the trash down south there, David. You should coin that.
That's all I'm excited for, really. To be able to finally get this series back under control. That's exciting.
Yeah, that was actually one of the questions I was going to ask before we get into both those kind of games. But which one are you actually looking more forward to? Finally getting to play Tech again after 10-something years, or the chance to take the series back from Georgia Southern? They're both exciting for different reasons for Georgia State, in my opinion. Ryan, I assume I heard your answer.
Yeah, to me, it's football all around. If we were playing Georgia Tech in football or Georgia Southern in football, I'd be a lot more excited about Georgia Tech. But I just can't get up for basketball, even if it's playing Tech. So,
how about you, Tim? What are you more excited about?
Football. I love the matchup with Tech and basketball, but come on, it's got to be Southern.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and answer outside the box. I'm excited for both, but in separate ways. Finally getting Tech to play is exciting. We play Southern every year, so that part's not exciting. The opportunity to take that lead back from them once again, a lead they've only held for 1 year, that first game is going to be monumental. So we'll go to this at the end. Which win is more important? I think I know based off what you said you're looking more forward to, but we'll see about that. Yeah, so let's get right into it. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about football in South Alabama, Georgia Southern, or do you want to talk about Georgia Tech and the games coming up? We need basketball or football first?
You're the host, man. You tell us what to talk about.
Well, football it is. So
football.
Yeah, so we had a game against South Alabama. This is one that I said, I think late in the episode, that I had enough beer to just say it's going to be a blowout win. Georgia State was going to blow the game out.
And it was.
Well, that's my question, though. So it's a 31-14 game, but that last touchdown, so it's a 17-point win, but that last touchdown comes in at the end of the fourth. Can we call this a blowout win? Or
I do. If anyone asked me, I would tell them, yeah, we kicked their asses.
You're 7-7 going into the half together. Both teams were playing like garbage.
No, you could tell. The writing was on the wall. We were going to come back. Everyone knew it. We had them right where we wanted them, right at the half.
Yeah, and, I know. That third interception that Quad Brown threw, I knew that this is our game to win right there.
Here's the thing is, you have 4 turnovers in a half, and you hold them to 7 points, and they're tied with us at the half. There's something special going on there on the defense, and they cannot turn the ball over more. Law of averages says they're not going to do it. So, and to me, I saw the offense kind of clicking, right? They were making a lot of young mistakes. One of those picks was actually on SportsCenter. You guys were telling me it was that good, right? So it's not even necessarily Quad's fault. So I mean, I saw an offense that was playing
the
really
ball was
well.
overthrown. He threw the ball like a foot and a half too high.
Yeah, well, it happens. It happens. It was a good catch though. It was, good. It was a solid catch. That guy ought to be playing on the other side of the ball.
I'm taking nothing away from that South Alabama corner for doing that interception.
In the NFL catch.
It was ridiculous.
It was.
Oh, I don't think it was NFL catch. I don't
It
think
was. He had both feet in, and he had him, and he had him like planted.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Well, who from South Alabama? What cornerback from South Alabama is going to go to the NFL? It's not happening.
That one. He might go as wide receiver.
Yeah, he'll be great on the practice squad and out in 2 years.
That could happen. Hey, you know what? I just said go to the NFL. All right, I didn't say where he was going to play.
Well, hell, I go to the NFL every Sunday when it's not pandemic season. I go every Sunday. Right there.
My job is drinking beers and eating overpriced food
and letting the opposing team know what I think about them.
I don't have to cheer though because the Falcons they pump in that crowd noise.
Hey, it's legalized now. They're legal.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think Rich McKay needs to get his salary back from like what was it 6 years ago?
Yeah,
it's now a standard operating procedure. Yeah. So Tim, going into this game, this is a totally stupid question to ask because no one's gonna. It's the low hanging fruit question. If going into the game, I would have told you that you would have had Georgia State having 4 turnovers, including 3 interceptions. How good would you have felt about that game, knowing our defense being what it is?
I would have felt pretty terrible going into the game. Absolutely, especially after I said we'd blow them out, and I don't know if I'd say we blew them out, but we found a way to win and keep them from scoring. I'll take it, right? I mean,
well, yeah,
it's not like a 52-14 blowout, right? We weren't. After the first quarter, we knew that wasn't going to happen, but we did take control in the second half, and we did show at least progression and better throws. And, the defense kept up the entire game, which obviously in previous games, they might not have been able to keep up all 4 quarters. So I'll take it.
Yeah, I think a blowout is when you get a lead at the beginning and there's no looking back. In this game, because we were watching whatever game we was watching beforehand, was yeah. Once again, we had a Georgia State game that started off with a turnover to begin the entire game, and that led into points. And I think it was John Weaver posted on Panther Talk, like, is this the 3rd game in our season where we've like literally the opening drive turned the ball over that led into points? I think he's right. That's a ridiculous kind of stat to have for your season, but. We did not. We tied the game up. We go into the half. They take the lead. We bring it back, and then from that point on, it's the Panthers show. But this is not a blowout game. This was not the game we wanted to be. That being said, Ryan said the magic words, and you said it too, Tim. What we've talked about all season long: defense.
Defense was stout.
And Coach Elliott said in his post game press conference, he was talking about how great the defense was, trying to like justify keeping Fuquay on for next season. So I don't know who wants to take it, but where are we this week on Fire Quay?
Well, so he wasn't wrong.
We team Fire Quay, or are we like, let's keep the guy on board?
Let's keep him on board. I'm on board. I'm team Fuquay today.
This week.
Yeah. I think you know what? Like I went back through the games and I was like, okay, so first and second game it was like awesome, and then the third game was a little iffy, but like still pretty good. And we talked about how only 20 points were scored on offense for that game, and then there were a couple of games there where things weren't good, but then the last I think 2 or 3 games, our defense has been actually like really good again, and I think we're back to the bad play. The bad games are the outliers again. So,
yeah, I put that in a note for next week's episode to talk about once the regular season's over, about the season that could have been. We're 3 games, 1 score. That this season could be a completely different animal, different beast. But right now we're 5th place in the East, heading into our last game of the season against the trash down south. Tim, what's your take? Where are you at on Fire Quay?
I'm gonna wait till next week. I'm still on the fence with him. I mean, definitely better.
But you've been like ready to fire him since week 1 already, right? Like, so you're finally changing it up.
I wasn't ready to fire him after week 1, but I mean, the Coastal loss and the defense in that game did they just take the week off that week? Or
He wasn't there. Wait, he was there for that game. It was.
He was
No,
there
he
for-
was
no,
there
He wasn't
for
there
that
for
game.
Arkansas
He was there
State.
for-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was a decision science major at State, and we did a lot of stats, and there was outliers.
You
And
just throw it away.
I mean, if you put that on a bar chart or a line graph, that's going to be an outlier right there.
You throw it right out. You'd be like,
you
this is
get-
not
you get rid
good.
of that one. So
But then
give ourselves
Arkansas
a win,
State,
too.
right, lives with it. The Arkansas State game is right there with it because they scored just a butt ton of points. So it might not be an outlier on that graph.
I don't know. Well, I did look at
Size.
I did look at a couple of stats. I'm not one for stats, but as I was going through it, these just kind of like stood out to me really big on the completion and attempts in this game. We were 19 for 28, so pretty good, I think. They were 25 for 43. They threw the ball 43 times and only completed 25 of those, just a little over half. That's a lot. That says a lot about our secondary right there, right? Or it says a lot about their crappy quarterback. One of the two.
Their quarterback's not that great.
There were a couple of really good
If
plays.
you're gonna- As a play caller, if you're going to have a quarterback throw the ball 43 times, you got to have a little bit of faith in him.
I say I saw one of the better plays I've ever seen out of a corner. I think it was in the end zone where he like reached up and swatted the ball. I mean, it looked like Mutombo had like switched a corner. I mean,
No.
it was awesome. So our secondary can be good when they want to be. I don't know what the difference is between the games where they're not good and where they are good, but I thought they definitely seemed like they were on against South Alabama.
Yeah. A little kudos to our offense in this game was I didn't see this one myself. I picked it up on Panther Talk. But, yeah, we talked about how that interception got picked up as Sports Center's top 10 plays. Also, you got Mossed. Randy Moss's segment on Sunday mornings picked up Pickney's, one of Pickney's receptions in the game. A big, huge play, snagging the ball out of the air between two or maybe three defenders. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff you can't pay for. We talk about winning cures all, but it's like also having these kind of plays that get that national recognition and everything. So that's awesome. I like that you got Moss segments. I like that you got Moss segments because they cover all sports, not just football. Like you'll see some like high school Australian rugby game that comes up in there. It's weird stuff. I love it.
That is weird stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense improved, obviously. I was looking at the team stats a little bit. So it's up 12, total defense 80th. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we rated last year, but it's got to be better, I would think. I was kind of worried going into this game that, it'd be a struggle. They would score a lot of points, but we'd still, outpace them by 14-17. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence with Fuquay. Sorry.
Yeah, well, John Weaver.
Not drinking it.
He
No.
drank the Fuquaid.
I'm drinking it this week, but I'm a fickle guy,
Yeah, you'll be the first person to come out and say that he should have been gone week one.
We'll get through like the first half of the Georgia Southern game, and I'm gonna be like, fire him, get rid of him.
We may not make it to the end of the first series before Ryan's like asking him to be fired. So.
How did they get that 10 yards?
So Ryan, am I remembering something wrong? So you came over to watch the game with me, and we had a few drinks there.
No, not us.
And the wives, bless their hearts, actually both made sure that we didn't have our kids with us for the tail end of the game. But here's what I remember in that game. I remember that we got a pick six, and I was complaining about it. But I went back and looked at the scoring today, and that did not happen.
Yeah, I don't. No, there was a pick six, but it got called back for whatever reason. I forget why.
It got called back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my memory apparently stopped right at that play getting called back.
Yeah, you were looking forward to tacos already.
I thought it was a fumble recovery.
Yeah, no, there was, or was it a fumble recovery? Something that
It was some kind of turnover six.
Oh man, I've been dogging that defender the entire week because I'm like, he pulled a Todd Gurley. Like if he would have just if he would have just down the ball in the right before the end zone, we could have run the clock out, not worry about it. But no.
Yeah, no, we did that. That happened. That didn't get called back. You dogged on him the whole rest of the game. You were like, why did he score?
Yeah, well,
that was terrible.
No, but he didn't score. That didn't happen. The last touchdown was Greg.
No, he scored.
I can't use words.
There's no way. It was
All
the
right,
second to last one then.
All right, then yeah. Well, no, there are no defensive touchdowns based off of Yahoo from what I saw.
You called him selfish. You said he was.
I did. I was ripping on him the rest of the night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember something, but I did not see it in the score.
I remember it too, though. I think
Okay,
ESPN has it wrong.
We were watching a Berenstein Bears show.
We're like, somebody had spiked our drinks. We were just tripping balls.
Did you start replaying like last year's game or something?
I have got no idea. Maybe so. Maybe I hit rewind on the DVR. Went to the
You were so mad that he didn't just down the ball. You were like, he could have got hurt. He could have fumbled the ball. Lots of things. He just needs to run the clock out.
Yeah, I don't know what I was remembering, but I'm glad that you also remember the same thing I saw.
Yeah, you were very upset with that person. Yeah, and I'm like, dude's touchdown.
It was a touchdown. All right.
Well, maybe it was a touchdown. I don't know. It felt like one at the time.
Well, we'll put a nail in that coffin and just.
I feel like John should definitely be speaking up right now.
John, what were they watching? That's the question.
He's a little behind, probably. So.
We watched. So Ryan came over a little early, and we watched the. What was the game that mattered? App State.
Coastal App.
Coastal.
Yeah. So Tim, you texted me that I'm echoing a little bit. I actually can hear my echo on your computer coming back at me, but I don't know how to fix it right now. So.
All right.
We're going to have to deal with it, I guess. I'm not sure exactly.
Wait. Your friend Zach says that App State strip 6 called back for a face. No. We scored.
Yeah, it was us. It was our game, as I recalled.
Yeah.
But in that App State Coastal Carolina game, that was a game that I was really interested in watching, and turned out to be a pretty good game. I don't know if I'm happy with the outcome. I don't know who I wanted to win that game, but all right. So it looks like Coastal has now won the East, right?
I wanted App State to win that game because I like them. I have a lot of respect for them, and I don't have a lot of respect for Coastal. And I always I have a thing for the underdog too. So going into that game, App State was probably the underdog there. So.
All right, so Tim, I'm going to tell you, we had this exact same conversation on Saturday, and he said the exact same thing, exact opposite thing of what he's saying right now. Because that's what I was saying. I'm like, I kind of have respect for App State. Yeah, they beat the hell out of us every single time, but they also hate Southern, so I kind of don't hate them for that.
I like their jerseys. I didn't like their jerseys on Saturday. I thought they looked stupid.
And if anybody is going to overtake App as being the beast in the East, I don't want it to be those teal ugly bastards.
Us. It'll be us.
Right.
Yeah.
The royal blue assholes.
They're just peaking early up there in Coastal. That's all.
So we were talking about outliers before. This will be the outlier in their season. They will go back to being a 5-17 after this when their head coach goes off to South Carolina or wherever the hell he's going to. I don't know where he's going, but yeah.
They're respected by the College Football Playoff Committee. Ranked 20th, I saw tonight.
They dropped.
They were 15 on Saturday.
Well, this is College Football Playoff rankings. This is the real deal. Everything else doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, but it was kind of funny. Like there was if you follow the Barstool Twitter accounts, they're great. They tend to have great people running those accounts. But the Coastal guy was like talking so much dirty trash against App State about how badass Coastal was and how just garbage App State was. Blah 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 blah. The game comes out, they win. Good for them. Whatever. Do your weird, locker room celebrations that you guys are getting noticed for. But then the rankings come out and Coastal drops, and the Barstool account's like, well, this is not only an insult to Coastal Carolina. This is an insult to a quality opponent in Appalachian State. They should really, respect this win a lot more. You were just talking about how much of a garbage team they were before.
But Tim, what you were saying though is that they didn't actually drop, right? It's a new ranking, right? It's actually it's the playoff. It's the college football playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, they didn't even drop, right? I mean, what did the AP? Oh, I don't know what it is. Is it the AP that does the other ranking? I forget, man. We're not ranked ever, so I don't care.
Yeah. we've already spent more time on this than I wanted to, but teal is an ugly color.
Yep.
And they both had weird uniform helmets with their Star Spangled logo.
Yeah.
That really made it hard to see what was actually on there. And honestly, at times, I kind of thought Coastal had the Panther head on it. I'm not sure exactly why.
And at times, I thought App State was Coastal, even though they're clearly not wearing the right color. But like that helmet, the way that blue looked, I guess against the teal, made it look more teal.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm right there with you, Ryan. Before you got there, because the game is I forget the first play or whatever. Yeah, before you got there, like when I think Coastal turned it over, App State turned it over, and App State had a big run back or something like that. I was like, wait, which team is this? I thought it was Coastal, but now it's App. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah.
I do feel like the production quality. I don't know. Everything's so bright, man. Like. It's like they have a filter on or something when they are filming these games. Coastal's bright, App's just like bursting.
Well, it's kind of hard to also tell on that craptastic colored field. It makes it look like your entire TV's off. Like back in the 80s or even I guess the 90s, if you had a crappy TV, you had your colors messed up on there and it made everything else look weird. Maybe just my mind when I see a teal field. It just turns off the red, greens, and blues for everything else. I don't know.
I agree with John, man. I can't wait to beat App. Hopefully, maybe next year it happens. Coastal, obviously, we owe them one, right? I think they're up in the series now. So next year, we need to beat up on App and Coastal.
I think Coastal goes back and forth. Yeah, so John Weaver says that App might be his second on the dislike list. My question is that for all conference mates and all sports, or is that just because of football? Because, I mean, we've talked about it on here before. I think if I'm going to pick out my my second most disliked team in the conference, it's going to be Lafayette.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely Lafayette.
and then probably Monroe behind them, not because they're any good, just because they're also in Louisiana.
But I also can't wait to beat App State. I mean, that's going to be a milestone for our program, which is why I'm excited about it. Not because I don't like App State, but because it'll signal something has changed.
Yeah, and no matter whether that game is played in Atlanta or in Boone, if when Georgia State beats App State for the first time, either look on TV or look out your window because Ryan will be streaking out there trying to tear down a goalpost or something like that. That's going to happen.
That's right. Some goalpost somewhere is going to get torn down by me.
Exactly. Well, you're going to run like the Phoenix 2 Park over there and just tear down some random goalpost.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll just run to the stadium.
Well, don't tear down our goalpost. That costs money.
Yeah. They got more money than
that's fine. Bucks, right?
All right. So that was last week. Onward and upward to next week.
Can we really say upward against those people?
Yeah, because we're gonna win.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We're still going up, Ryan. They're not gonna pull us down. Mm-mm.
You know what? I feel it's dangerous to say this, but I actually feel 100% confident on this game. I think we win this game. I'm not going to say we win big, but I say we win this game, and we're not nervous in the closing minutes of the game.
What scares me is that Georgia Southern just seems to be like playing fine against good teams and not good against bad teams, but they keep pulling out the wins. And like, I don't know what team we're facing.
Pulling out is not something that Georgia Southern fans are accustomed to, so that's kind of strange that's happening for them this season.
Is what? Oh, playing down, playing up. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know, what to expect out of the game because they seem to be playing right to their opponents, and so it'll probably be a close game, and we'll just hand them their second loss, third loss. Is that?
It'd be the fourth loss. So we actually
how much I pay attention.
I was going to have somebody on from Georgia Southern to kind of this season. We've been going back and forth and everything.
Did you just give them the wrong link on purpose?
Well, no, I talked to the guys down there, but apparently their prepaid phone minutes were up for the month. Actually, be here for this. So yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to talk about them without any responses from. Whatever 4 or 5 words they can string together in a sentence.
Oh man!
So one thing.
Can we just get the last call? Can we just
no? His last call I would have said a lot more. Like beautiful language.
It's hard not to right now, man.
Yeah.
Even from like the very first few seconds, I wanted to say bad things, and I'm like, wait, nope, we're not there yet. Can't do it.
Yet. It'll be a very, very bright last call. But one thing that I was looking at, the weather. So this is going to be like going back to 2019 season, as far as like what it was like at Georgia State Stadium, Center Park Stadium. It's going to be like a high of 64, which the game's at noon, so we won't see 64 until late in the day, but a 35% chance of rain. We're going to have an overcasty, cold, likely windy, wet game out there. And I don't know if that works out well for their, craptacular offense or works out better for us with our rushing defense, but it ain't going to be a pretty game out there on Saturday as far as from a viewing perspective.
Tossing the ball a lot already has a lot of fumbles. If everything out there is a little slippery, I think that is I think it was the Coastal podcaster who was saying that no, wait, it might have been the App State guy, the weird guy, who was saying that he doesn't believe rain actually stops the passing game. I think he's right. You see more running backs slipping and sliding around than you see quarterbacks unable to throw the ball. So,
especially on that wet rubbery turf that we get out there, I don't know. It's not that bad.
It's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it is. As you know, I don't play sports. I haven't played on grass versus on that. I
would actually like to have that in my house. Like I don't know how it would work with like kids and dogs, but it's quite comfy.
I think I remember when they put it in there, they said it was like some of the top of the line, newest technology for turf and all that. So
it's the exact same brand and model and all that stuff as what Mercedes-Benz put in for their field. For the Falcons. So
it's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah.
But the Falcons have already swapped out their field. They've already
have they?
replaced. I mean, I don't know if it's the same brand, but they recycled the whole thing because I've got a coaster made from the turf.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Yeah. It lists all the games on there that have been played and everything. So it's
I guess it got a lot more use, right?
Not
right. Between
soccer
and United being out there as well, and just more games in an NFL season than college. But yeah. So some news that came out today about Southern is they have I guess 4 players. They're going to be missing the game, at least 4 players missing the game for some criminal activity. And I thought that according to Southern troll accounts, Georgia State is the school full of criminals here in downtown Atlanta. But no, it looks like Georgia Southern is the one kind of, running the gambit down there and being a bunch of heathens and destitutes. And well, we knew that.
Well, it's drugs. But what they I didn't get a lot of details out of it because it seemed like the people who were reporting on it were homers.
For a bunch of bird shit.
For Southern, yeah. But it basically one of the guys also got carrying while in the commission of a felony or something. It's one of those things they use to tack on an extra 10 years while they're trying to get a plea deal out of them. But that means that possession and use is not a felony. So that means there was intent to distribute. That means there was some dealing going on, maybe. So
what's actually worse? What's worse, 10 years in a Georgia State penitentiary or 4 years in?
I mean, some of them have already made it 4 years almost, right?
Oh my Lord!
And now with this extra year, it's even that's horrible.
Yeah, I say one of the guys was a senior, so he already did 4 years there.
Yeah, I feel like last year with Shy Works and the bird poop on the hood. I feel like the timing is just super similar to last year. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's reported
Georgia State University has some fans down in South Georgia that has a sting operation, just trying to set up some Georgia Southern fans or players to be, knocked out of the game.
Are you starting the QAnon conspiracy?
So with that one though, they it was like some wet, milky substance on the hood of his car or something, and I'm just like, that's stupid. There's no way that's drugs. And then it came out 3 days later it wasn't drugs. This seems a lot more no, they got busted dealing drugs.
Did anybody ever drug test the cop that thought bird poop was actually drugs?
No, Probably not. But I mean, I think we were doing this one, and this podcast maybe. Were we doing this podcast at that point? I don't know. We were at least talking in bars.
We did it all of last season.
All right, that's fine.
We
Whatever.
before the Tennessee game.
Whatever, man.
Ryan, what drugs have you been doing this evening?
Drug of choice, PBR.
Geico, yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, PBR.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with those guys. I guess. I don't know. There was kind of a back and forth in our text message about when this news came out today. Ryan, you were taking the whole position of, you look at injuries the same way you look at these types of things. I feel like injuries, those are things that I never want to see an injury happen. I want to play a team at their best with their best. But criminal activity, it's a whole different.
Wow, that is not what you told me ever. That's not what you say when you're not being recorded. The answer.
I pulled the text message, but I was in the middle of cooking dinner for the kids, and they were crying. So maybe my message got discarded. But that's what I was trying to get at. Was, well, you also said I don't think that these marijuana or pot or drug charges should be a thing.
What I meant about injuries is you want an injury that's like you want them to cramp up so bad that they miss the rest of the game and that they're fine after the game.
No, I disagree with that completely.
No, you told me you don't disagree with that.
No.
I drinking our beers on your couch and laughed about it.
No, so what I said was publicly, I want to play a team at their best every single time because I don't want there to be anybody to come back. Because Southern has excuses for everything.
Who cares?
We already have the excuse. It's built in now.
Who cares?
But what I want to see is I want to play a team at their best and beat them at their best. I don't want a player to leave the game injured. I don't care who it is. I mean, except for the Saints. Like, I just hope. Like,
whoa, you can't say that, dude. Drew Brees, that was like a week ago.
And we still lost. But anyhow, no. So no. With the criminal activity, if you commit a crime, and I don't care whether I disagree with the law being broken, like being a bad law. Like, I don't care. You break the law, pay the price, and do the whole thing. So these guys should definitely miss the game, and it looks like they are. I think 2 of the guys were actually kicked off the team, and other 2 were suspended or something.
Wow. So I don't agree with necessarily like you do the you do the crime, you do the time. I don't necessarily believe in that, right? We want to change things that don't work well, but team rules are something that I'm all for. Like it doesn't matter if drugs are legal. There are legal drugs, and team rules still say that those legal drugs can't be taken. So if the team rules say you can't do this, and you get and it's found out that you're doing it, like, no, dude, you're off the team or you're suspended or whatever the punishment should be. So.
Yeah, it's not one of those kind of things. Also, it's kind of like I didn't know that Sudafed was on the banned drug list. Like, you should know that. But also, it's like I had some congestion and I wanted to take some Sudafed or.
There was an NFL player that was trying to get pregnant. I mean, get his person pregnant.
It is 2020. Who knows?
He was taking testosterone, remember? And he was just like, "No, I thought it was fine because I'm trying. We were trying to have a baby." And it's like, "No, dude, you still can't. You can't take testosterone, and you can't do that."
That's also just an NFL player. Anyhow,
yeah.
So this could be our last football game to talk about for this season. We have no idea if we're going to reschedule any of those missed games. Also, we don't know what the bowl situation is going to be like whatsoever at all. So
this is a must-win, right? We got to win to even be contemplated for a bowl that may or may not happen.
This is always a must-win every year. Doesn't matter.
Southern game is a must-win. Yeah,
we could be 0-11, and if we're playing Georgia Southern for that 12th game, it's a must-win.
Well, if we're 0-11, I don't care who the last team is. We got to win that game.
Fair enough.
How are you guys feeling? I already said that I feel like this game is a lock for us. I hope I'm not jinxing us whatsoever at all, but I feel like this is a game of lock. We're going to win. I'm not going to say we're going to win big, but I feel like I'm going to be comfortable at the end of the game for this one.
You won't be.
No, I never am.
I forecast we'll be very uncomfortable the first 5 minutes of the game, leading up to the game. When the game starts, I'm not as confident as I was for USA, but I think it's gonna be a battle this time. I don't think either team's gonna pull away.
I'm like, here's. I think it's gonna be like 41-35.
Yeah, we're gonna be anxious the entire game.
I don't think Southern is as good as they look on paper. I mean, I don't think that we're as bad as we look on paper either.
I agree. I agree with both of those statements. I just think Southern, like I said, they'll play up to us.
And as long as we don't play down to them, we'll come out a victor. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. Are you going to be there, Ryan?
Yeah, no. So I'm not going to be able to tailgate though, which is a little sad. But I'm doing my Thanksgiving celebration on Friday, staying the night in Athens, and then I'm going to kind of hoof it back to make it to the game. If it was not a noon game, I'd say we were going to tailgate all day. But
yeah, well, we can still tailgate afterwards.
Yeah, we can. You can convince my wife of that.
Yeah, I can hear my wife outside right now doing some cleanup, getting ready for guests, and I'm surprised she didn't burst through the door saying, "There's no way in hell that's happening."
Halfway crooks after the game, done.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's stop talking about Southern because I can't stand them. And one last note about our football team is there was a bowl projection that has us against Western Michigan in the Camila Bowl in Montgomery. I would love a rematch. I would love a little rematch after last year. I'd love it. I mean, I'm sure Coach Dan Ellington would love to, coach us to a win in that game as well. So
we'll see. Is a rivalry brewing? No.
We're going to schedule them every year after this.
I've only got room for one directional college in my schedule, and I don't even like them.
I believe there's a Western Michigan like outcropping over by North DeKalb Mall. I'm not kidding. I think they have a building there, and they do like remote teaching. I'm pretty sure there's a Western Michigan campus here.
They're University of Western Michigan online.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. It might not be Western Michigan, but it's pretty darn close.
Well, if we played them in that Camila Bowl, let's just go not go to the game, but go tailgate outside of that building. And
well, that's Birmingham, right?
Montgomery.
Oh, that's still pretty close. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Still anybody there.
Yeah, if they don't let us, we'll just go anyway. Get your buddy's RV or whatever, and make sure that he actually paid for the satellite.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. Do you guys even care about who the other Sunbelt teams are playing this week?
No.
Does it matter?
Not really. I mean,
is there anything that could decide who goes to championship game?
I think it's already decided. I think that Coastal versus Lafayette. Lafayette locked up the West, and I didn't pay attention enough because I don't really care that much. I mean, I thought it was
Coastal in that one, huh?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah,
beat them.
Yeah.
Do you think if Coastal wins the championship, how high could they go? I mean, I know they're 20 right now, but
I literally could not care any less, Ryan. I literally could not care any less.
It could be cool though. I mean, you look at I think Toledo a few years ago did really well, and I was interested in that, regardless of what they were in. I'm interested in how high a G5 can make it.
Yeah, I'm curious about how high. I'm curious as to how high Georgia State can make it. I don't care about any other G5 ever.
All right, fair enough.
David.
Yeah.
We have the biggest news of the entire podcast.
Oh, wait. Is this breaking? Is this
No, that's not breaking. It already happened. He probably has it as notes, so I'm going to say something I shouldn't say. But his Texas State Bobcats beat Arkansas State 47-45 last Saturday.
They did.
What?
They did. My Bobcats did it. My Panthers did it. They did it big time.
I saw the score. I was like, I thought of David. I'm like, David must be happy.
And then also, let's just piggyback on that one. Army, who we beat the hell out of last year, also beat Southern in the last minute.
A last minute 1 point win.
Super close.
Doesn't matter how dirty it is. It's a win.
Exactly. We beat USA, and then the USA military beat Georgia Southern. So we're obviously the most powerful program in college football.
Exactly.
In the world.
In the state. The Sunbelt standings are ugly. We're last place in the division, and we're probably, no matter what happens, we're probably staying last place in the division.
It's fair. It's fair. We have not won enough games to warrant otherwise. So,
or played enough games. Like if we,
but if we're last place in the division and we still go to a bowl game, like that says something, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
good. That's a
The
good
East is
sign.
the beast, right?
yeah, it is. It's by far the better division, even with like has many. Well, hell, now that I'm looking at it, it's literally Troy and everybody that's joined FBS in the past 5-6 years or something like that.
Yeah, but like the West is like top heavy. There's like two programs that are really good, and then
Just one.
What?
No, it's really just Lafayette. Like Arkansas State, like it's had their
3 and
moments of
6.
grandeur, but it's really Lafayette is the only.
well
major
this year maybe, but they're typically pretty good.
Arkansas State's one win is us
They've only won one.
in the conference.
Oh my god.
I know. Hey, all things considered, it was one of the first games this season. So let's
All right,
a
so
little bit of give.
So John says that Southern and Troy both have games to play that they're going to lose. So we can finish third. All right. Third in the division out of 10 teams. Is third the best we've ever finished in the Sun Belt?
I don't know. Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't even know if he finished that well before.
John, stats. We need stats.
Back it up, but back it up. All right. Well, let's finish up with football or be done with football because we have such a huge game. We're already 40 minutes into this. We have a huge game tomorrow night against Georgia Tech.
A football game?
Basketball.
Oh, I thought you said huge.
Shoot hoops, Ryan. Shoot
All
hoops.
right. Ryan, you can go do your piss break right now. Tim and I.
That was funny.
Actually, you know what,
Come on,
Tim,
man.
Ryan, if you want to back on out, well, I think Tim and I can pretty much cover the rest of the evening.
That was a good joke. You can't take that from me.
So yeah, let's get into basketball. Let's try to do a couple of general things first. We broke ground on the Convocation Center. Fantastic. You know,
Awesome.
that's I cannot wait for that to happen. And again, in that game, Georgia Tech will be the team we open up against in the Convocation Center, at least as the way the schedule stands right now. Amazing. The College Insider mid-major preseason rankings, Georgia State is number 11 mid-major, which, you know, as big of a Georgia State fan as I am, I have not followed along the basketball program until football ramped up. This is the highest I can remember us ever being ranked, or I don't even know if I remember us being ranked in the mid-majors going into a season. So
we're usually for the last, I mean, since I've been paying attention, we've been in the conversation, and I'm pretty sure when they rank mid-majors, we've been definitely on there. But there's also the qualm with like saying, oh, you're a mid-major, so we're going to rank you totally separately, right? Like I don't want to be ranked with the mid-majors. I want to be ranked overall.
Right, of course, but basketball's so different with like their 5.5 billion teams they have. It's kind of
and
weird.
we could be better than all of them.
And they
Only
do it.
330.
And they do it. Little Rock is ranked 4th
Ooh.
in mid majors, so
They're always pretty good though, right?
they tend to be. Little Rock and I think Arlington. The two basketball schools tend to do pretty well. Thank you, John. Yeah, John backs me up here. We aren't ranked at the beginning of the year, so thank you. We're ranked 11th.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and make shit up. I have no basis for what I'm saying, but we're always ranked.
And
That's what this
11th
podcast is.
and 11th is almost 10. So we're almost top 10 ranked in the mid majors. So
Top 10 of some other poll
Almost
in some other
mid-major. We're like the top 10 mid-major in Georgia.
yeah, I mean, I like it. This is
in the top 10 of the top 78 through 125.
So Coach Ron
Tim's on my level.
Coach Ron Hunter never had us ranked in the top 25 of the mid majors going into the season. I mean, and we put Coach Ron Hunter understandably on a pedestal for what he did for this program. Like we would rank him ahead of Lefty as far as accomplishments under as a coach of basketball. All right, Lanier is already starting to accomplish things that Coach Ron Hunter did not do in year 2.
I mean, look, we looked good last year. I mean,
great last
for
year.
that one game at the very end. It didn't count anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we had some great games. We just had a problem finishing. We started off really hard at the beginning of the season. We had our time finishing those games.
John says we're number 1 in Georgia, and he knows that because there's a billboard.
You know what?
Facts. Hard facts.
Hey, people say you can't believe everything you see on the internet, but if it's on a printed sign outside
You
of
know
Georgia
it's
Tech's
true. You
campus,
know it's
I heard you just write whatever you say and write whatever you want. It's a fact. Now. That's how things work, right?
Exactly. So yeah, so there's a lot of hype going into this season. The Sun Belt coaches poll ranked us as first in the East, because apparently we're doing divisions now in college basketball. We've never had divisions in college basketball. We're doing divisions. We come in first in the East with one first place vote overall, I guess is the way it works. Little Rock being first in the West, but we'd be second. Based on the votes, we'd be second in the.
We can handle that. That's fine.
I agree with it. They were good last year. They probably would have won the whole thing and gone to the tournament if there was a tournament. So
yeah, but it didn't happen, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there was not even a conference tournament last year. I don't know if you remember that. There was not a conference tournament. Not a single game was played.
Not a single game the conference
games
played last year. Yep, exactly.
That's right.
All right.
Man, that gym was hot though last year. I remember that.
What?
I don't know.
That last game that didn't happen, man, that gym was hot.
Do not recall what you're talking about.
Either that or I had coronavirus. One of the two. I'm not sure.
Maybe you got it from Ryan.
I think I just tailgated with you guys and left.
That sounds pretty typical for you.
I'm pretty sure I didn't go in. I tried to get arrested with y'all.
Oh yeah. We had some complications in the G deck there. We talked about the schedule a little bit before, so I don't want to get big into it. We're already big into this episode. So we got 7 out of conference games: Tech, Toccoa Falls, whatever that is. 2 games: Mercer, Charlotte, Carver, College of Charleston.
Isn't Carver a high school?
It's a Bible college, right? Isn't that what it is?
I
Carver
believe
Bible
it is
College?
a high school in Georgia.
I thought it was a brand of like frozen deli meats or something.
And they field. I don't know what you say. Do they court a basketball team?
No idea what you're even talking about right now.
Well, you field a football team, right?
Oh, yeah.
You field a soccer team. Do you court a basketball team? I don't think so.
I feel like
I hear it's
a basketball team is like, that's a last call type guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're playing a Bible college and we're playing a landmark that's pretty. Toccoa Falls, right? I heard the Toccoa Falls are nice to look at.
I mean, anything called falls, nothing falls is ever negative.
Is that here? Is that like Toccoa, Georgia?
I would assume so.
I don't know. Sure, I didn't know there was a college there. Cool.
Hey, Tim's in charge of other sports. He should be all over this one. So,
way to throw Tim under the bus, man. That's messed up. Are you just
It's in
getting
Georgia.
Are you just getting onto him for being on my level earlier? Is that it?
Probably.
I'm just trying to move this conversation on because it's boring.
Wow. All right, fine. Whatever.
Yeah, so we don't we won't play the number 1 team, Little Rock, until playoffs potentially.
Really? They're not on our
Yeah.
schedule at all?
It's all
Stay in the East.
It's all East. It's all division teams. You play each team twice, like on back-to-back days. Like I think it's Friday, Saturday. Every team twice, or home and away, I guess I should say. So you're playing them 4 times, except for your in-state rival. It's so Southern. I think we play them in back-to-back weeks, just home and away, which is weird. Whatever. Yeah.
That one's Thursday, Saturday. The in-state rival. So we play Southern home
That's
on
right.
Thursday.
Thursday,
Then we turn around on a bus and go down there for Saturday.
So we start the season off tomorrow, but when the conference season starts, we start that on January 1st. Thankfully at 6 p.m. I should be mostly over my hangover by 6 p.m. to watch that game. Mostly, I hope. But we have like 2 home games in the first 8 games to start the conference season.
That's normal, right? That's about normal for us.
I don't know. I don't like that. That sounds dumb. But anyhow, let's get into Tech.
Does that count our exposition games?
No exposition games. Georgia Tech is our exposition
We
game.
canceled all exposition games.
Fair.
So I've got a conspiracy theory about this Tech game here. So we were supposed to play Tech. We got Tech games scheduled during this whole coronavirus crap, and it was December 16th or something like mid-December is when the game was scheduled. And then when the final schedule comes out, they've moved it up to the first day that NCAA is allowing games to be played. So that's my thought is that Tech either one just didn't want to cancel the game and pay to buy out the contract or something like that, or 2, they just couldn't do it. They weren't going to allow them to do it, or basically 3, which is they don't want to play us because they're scared of Georgia State, and they want to play us week 1. They know that they'll be a little green, we'll be a little green, but it's their best chance to beat us. That's why this game is happening when it is. Why would you push it back? Pastner said in his interview on 24/7, he said that they usually get these exposition games that they can get kind of figure their crap out. And there was another article talking about how they weren't even practicing 5-on-5. They were doing individual drills for a long time.
You keep them doing that.
I think that this is a team that is hoping that they can come out and surprise us because we're still a little fresh by being the first game. That ACC power can just overwin, and if not, that people kind of forget that this ACC team lost to a Sun Belt team in the very first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish it wasn't our first game. I wish we could have Toccoa Falls first somehow and then play Tech, but schedule didn't work out that way. We could have probably played Tech on Friday. I think Mercer plays them on Friday, so we'll both be green. You never know. I mean, we could have been practicing pretty hard. Who knows? Like closed door scrimmages against NCAA rules. I don't know. Hopefully, obviously, I want us to beat Tech, beat the crap out of them. I know it's going to probably be a hard game, and it's going to be a close game. So,
it's a late
I feel like
9 o'clock game. 9 o'clock game on a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. This is basically Tech saying we don't want anybody to see this happen. They did this on the East Coast. No West Coast teams will see Tech losing to Georgia State. And
don't watch 9 p.m.
I don't idea about that at all.
Do you guys know what Vegas is saying about this? Do you have that?
It's up to 8 points.
Tech is favored by 8. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think it opened at 6, right?
I did not see what it started out as.
Yeah.
I did see Tech's predicted to finish 11th out of 15 in the ACC.
That's not good.
Yeah, we're preseason number 2, number 1 by at least one person.
We got a lot to prove and a lot to show out for, man. If we can take the win on Wednesday.
They did finish regular season 5th in the ACC last season, so it's not like we're talking about the Tech of the past several years. They kind of started getting stuff together. It's going to be a tough game, but I mean, call me a homer all day long. I got no problem with it at all. I'm saying a big win against Southern. I'm saying a big win against Tech tomorrow night as well. I think this is a good week for Georgia State.
I mean, the basketball is a easy one to say that we could win. We can win every single game. It's not like fielding a football team against Alabama where it's silly to even say that there's a chance, right? But like basketball, there's always a chance, which is one of the reasons it's exciting. You won't hear me say very many nice things about basketball, but that's one of them.
And we should. But the only problem with that is there's just so many games.
Yeah,
there
are so many games.
But I agree. I think it's probably easier for us to go, perfect in basketball than it is to go perfect in football because of the stupid scheduling that you schedule a team that's going to be in the college football playoffs on your season. So
we could totally take Alabama this year, easy.
They already forfeited to us. I don't care about them at all.
Oh, that's right. We already won, right?
Exactly.
We already won that game. Yeah.
I need that paycheck. There was that 24/7 article with Pastner was kind of interesting. Reading a few of the things he said, he was very upfront about. I was surprised about this. He was very upfront saying this is not the game that he wants to schedule for the very first game of the season. That Georgia State is a good quality opponent. They've got to play their best. He would rather have had a few exposition games to get in there ahead of time, but. Yeah, so I was surprised by that. And then he talks about how we do have another game at Tech, I guess next year, and then opening up our new stadium, our new arena, new convocation center in 2022. And he talks about how it just financially makes sense for both universities, the win-win for both universities. Hopefully, this becomes a common practice.
Will they request our game in our new arena at 9 a.m. or midnight or something just to make it super off?
Yeah, not on TV at all. Under the bed, no one watching.
Is there no TV for tomorrow?
There is Fox
Oh,
Sports South. Be
Oh,
there.
all right. Well, I'll find that on some kind of like pirated stream on
Yep.
my computer.
Or take advantage of free trials. You can do a free trial with like Hulu TV or something like that.
Yeah, I could do that, but then they'd have my information.
The libertarian reigns again. So
They
no.
would.
Whoa. I'm anti-government, not anti-private company. If I want to give them my information, I will. Anyway, this is boring.
yeah,
Give
yeah.
them someone else's information.
So how do you guys feel about this game? Maybe like, are you? I'm in. Georgia State wins this game.
I'm with you.
feel-
I don't think it's going to be like a big win, but I'm with you that it's winnable, so we should win.
I feel like it's an in-state rival. We're little brother, little David, whatever. We're gonna come out strong. We're gonna overtake Tech easy.
And so back to what I said at the beginning of the show. Like, what's the bigger win? Is the bigger win tomorrow, or is the bigger win on Saturday?
Southern.
Yeah.
They're just more on our
They're
level.
different.
We don't get a ton of respect for either win, but
I
we
think-
respect ourselves more when we beat Southern.
I think as a Homer fan base, that a win against Southern on Saturday is bigger for us. I think for the university, beating Tech tomorrow night is a bigger win for the university and the sports overall. So
Maybe. And like I said, if it was if both of them were gridiron games, I would say Georgia Tech would clearly be the bigger game.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it'll be an interesting week. Well, fortunately, we're going to win both of them, so it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're going to win. We're going to win against Tech on Wednesday. We're going to win against Southern on Saturday. We win against Mercer on Monday, but that Friday game against Toccoa Falls, that's going to be
We're gonna
Barn
get,
burner.
we're gonna get wrecked.
that's going to be the Georgia State game. That's going to be the Atlanta game for our season. So.
Uh,
So I mean, I don't have anything to say about Toccoa Falls. I have nothing to say about Mercer. I'm done with moving on from basketball and closing this out. If you guys are on the same page,
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
We're like 4 minutes to an hour. So
Ready
Yeah.
to curse. Let's go.
yeah. So women's basketball. Sorry, first of all, it's women's basketball. Women's basketball. They start tomorrow. They play at Tech as well. And if you want to watch women's basketball, it's on ACC Network Extra, which is available on Hulu Live TV. There's a 7-day free trial. You can do that. If
it's ACC Network Plus,
pretty much.
not ACC Network, but ACC Network like another one.
Well, yeah, but it's available on. I have Hulu Live TV. It's on Hulu Live TV. There's a
Wow.
7-day free trial. Everyone's working from home tomorrow, if they're working at all.
Everyone's working from home all the time now. So.
Exactly. So if you want to watch I've never watched a women's basketball game before, but if you want to watch it, it's possible to do. I want to see 2 wins for Georgia State against Tech tomorrow. So, and your buddy Gene Hill is coaching the game there, Ryan.
Wait,
Free
who?
beers. Free beers.
Wait, who?
Gene
Yeah,
Hill.
actually, he messaged me beforehand. He said that when they win, you get free beer at Halfway Crooks.
You know, the thing is I was a really big fan, but when we went to the soccer game, he was wearing a teal face mask, and it really weirded me out. And I think I can't get behind that guy anymore.
Bummer.
He's gonna have to buy me more beer. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Buy me more beer.
He messaged me today and he said you can drink for free at Halfway Crooks on
He
Thursday.
didn't message you. You're lying.
You can drink for free at Halfway Crooks on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So just go drink a bunch and then bring that up afterwards.
If they let you, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be open on Thursday, Ryan.
Oh, are they closed on Thursdays?
All right.
Hey.
No. Oh, you know what? So here's the deal. My Thanksgiving is Friday.
Okay.
Thursday is nothing to me. I have stepbrothers whose mother keeps them on major holidays. All the major holidays are a day late. So to me, Friday is the big day.
So your family is that entire? So those people that set their alarm clocks 15 minutes off. That's your entire family by their calendars.
We're the day after. So Christmas we're the day after too.
Just set your calendar one day ahead. You'll be good to go.
Look. I didn't know. All right. Calm down. I'll be at Waffle House. It'll be fine.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Last week there was the only other sports out there, women's volleyball, Sunbelt Championship. They beat Little Rock, but fell to Lafayette 3-2. Texas State ended up winning the Sun Belt Championship for the third year in a row.
Wow. Good for them.
Yeah, I told you guys to watch out for Texas State. I just didn't know it was going to be volleyball. So, yeah, so that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
I do have a couple things for last call.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I got to pee.
Maybe getting a convicted felon's name off of our field. We can talk about that.
Whoa.
Oh,
Was that a teaser? Was that a teaser?
You know, you never know. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty heated debate on Panther Talk, and I have an opinion on it, which I don't think vibes well with everybody else. So
I know your opinion on it, and
Teaser.
it vibes well with at least 2/3 of this podcast. I don't know about you.
I
don't know his
agree
opinion,
with myself, though, Ryan. So I'm not sure exactly. All right. Thank you to everybody for listening, for watching. Thanks for everybody commenting. It's awesome. We'll be back next week to talk about these awesome games that are coming on. And unless we lose all of them, and then I'm just gonna just not be on next week, and there's no reason to do this again. But anyhow,
I'll probably keep going anyway, just because whatever.
yeah. I mean, it's a free.
You guys are cool. You know, I like hanging out with you on Tuesday nights.
It's a free chance to get drunk. My wife approves of, so I gotta keep on going.
You're in for the long haul.
Exactly.
Tuesday night forever.
Tuesday Forever. Is that going to be our episode title there?
Yes.
Thanks, right, for listening, and we'll talk to you. We're going to do last call. Check it out. It'll be fun. I feel like we've got a good rapport going right now. Anyway, thanks, everybody.
I'm out.
Peace.